There's a quiet destroyer in marriages that folks rarely mention. It ain't infidelity. It ain't fights.
It ain't even drifting apart from love.
It's something sneaky and slow building, and by the time you spot it, your spirit's already worn down. Worst of all, you've helped tear yourself apart without a clue. Let me pose a question.
Ever notice how with some ladies, you felt ready to take on anything, but with others, you could hardly drag yourself up in the morning?
With one partner, you were bold, driven, full of fire. With another, you turned hesitant, unsure, always questioning your every move. That ain't random. That ain't just ups and downs in life. That's the sneaky control I'm about to reveal. Once you catch it, it'll stick with you forever. Here's the hard truth nobody likes to face. When you pick a wife, you're not just choosing a companion. You're picking the voice that'll shape how you see yourself for years to come. You're basically giving her the reins to your sense of worth, and most guys don't catch on till they've been reshaped. Ponder this. You might run a big company, with hundreds of folks calling you boss, sealing big money deals before noon. But after 3 years with the wrong gal, you'll be sorry for just sighing too loud. You'll shift from leading meetings to begging leave to visit buddies. How's that possible? How does a solid fella, winning everywhere else, fade into nothing at home?
It kicks off with tiny things that'd make you chuckle if I pointed them out. A glance, that's all.
The way she eyes you while you're sharing a tale over supper. A quick roll of the eyes when you're pumped about news. Her face darkens when you enter, like a light just flickered out.
These little signals hit your mind harder than any quarrel. Your brain's always checking for signs of your value, and the one nearest you turns into your main judge. It's wired in us from way back.
We lived in groups where fitting in meant living. Getting shut out meant the end. So we watch close, especially loved ones, for their take on us.
And when your bedmate views you like a letdown, your body's alarm bells ring. It's like facing doom.
Neurologically, each flash of scorn or apathy pumps out cortisol, the worry chemical.
But it's more. Your joy sparks fade, your drive hormone dips, your calm vibes crash.
Over time, this reshapes your wiring. You swallow her opinion as gospel truth. The sneakiest bit? It sneaks under your radar. You don't reason, she don't value me, so I'm no good. Nah, you just feel no good and figure it's you. You blame outside stuff. I'm beat from the day. Jobs got me down, age is catching up.
Truth is, you're bunking with someone who pegs you low, and your mind buys it hook, line, and sinker.
Let me lay out how this control plays out. There's a clear pattern that's wrecked countless husbands.
It begins in the sweet early days.
She gazes at you like you're a hero. Your every word enchants her. Your laughs hit home. Your boldness skyrockets because you're glimpsing yourself in her glowing look. You feel unbreakable because she lifts you that way. That's the hook. Then, bit by bit, it turns. Maybe work hits a snag, or life's throwing curveballs, everyday bumps. But note her shift. The shine in her eyes swaps for judgment, sizing you up, weighing options. She's not seeing you now. She's grading you like a loan officer eyes collateral. The digs creep in soft. I figured you'd aim higher. My pal's man just climbed the ladder at work. Think back to those old dreams you once chased. Every little comment feels like a tiny nick, but she tosses them out so offhand you can't even point them out without coming off as too touchy. It's like dying from a bunch of small wounds to the heart. But wait, it turns really sneaky here.
She doesn't mean to do it on purpose.
Most gals aren't plotting to tear down your confidence. It's just baked into how we're wired from way back in evolution.
Ladies learn to size up their man's worth all the time, since keeping a solid provider and guard meant life for her and the kids.
When she senses your stock falling, her interest fades, her respect slips, and she shows it in every chat without even trying.
The sneaky part isn't her words, it's the stuff she leaves out.
Like no real excitement when you share something good, or no pushback when you badmouth yourself. She lights up with other fellas, but drags with you. Your mind picks up on it all, even if you don't notice right away. I've been there myself. I was building some fresh business ideas while in a relationship.
Months dragged on with no big win, and I saw her view of me change right before my eyes.
At the start, I was a dreamer with big plans.
Then, a guy still figuring things out.
Next, someone who couldn't stick to anything.
By the finish, I was a flop wasting her days. The wild thing, I hadn't changed a bit.
Same drive, same smarts, same skills. But looking through her letdown gaze, I started buying into it, that I was a dead-end dud.
My whole life took a dive because I swallowed her take as gospel. What a lot of guys miss is this. Your real wins and successes mean less to your confidence than how your lady sees them.
You might fix some huge world problem, but if she just says, "That's sweet, dear," while glued to her screen, it feels like zip. On the flip side, a plain old job shines if she beams at you with true pride and regard. You feel on top of the world. That's why plenty of top achievers wind up in counseling, scratching their heads over feeling so hollow after hitting every mark. They've conquered it all, nailed every target, but the one sharing their pillow eyes them like yesterday's news. That blank stare, that missing glow, sours the whole deal.
It turns into a loop that feeds itself.
She pegs you as lesser, you start feeling it, you act it out, and boom, it proves her right. It's a tough slide to climb out of, cause pushing harder just screams needy, dropping your standing more in her book.
Some women play this game like pros, whether they know it or not.
They dangle praise when they need a favor, yank it back if you don't play along. They drop hints about other guys that leave you feeling small without saying it straight. Out in public, they're all cheers. Behind doors, they chip away.
They keep you chasing their nod, like you're always one step short.
The worst are the ones who pump you up sky high at first. They make you feel like the greatest guy alive.
They stroke your pride, say all the sweet stuff you crave.
You get hooked on that boost like it's candy. Then they pull the plug. You're not so hot anymore. Now you gotta work for scraps of what flowed easy before. You'll bend over backward for that first rush, but it's gone. You're hunting shadows, and she holds the reins. This hits men extra hard, cause we're raised to measure our worth by what we do and pull off. When the person nearest to us hints that we're falling short, not doing enough, not giving enough, not measuring up, it hits right at the heart of who we are. We don't just think we're messing up our partnerships. We start believing we're failing as husbands and providers. Those little hints hurt the most.
The sigh she lets out when you share your day.
The spark in her eyes while texting a friend, but the blank stare when you walk in. How she once boasted about you to her pals, but now cracks jokes that poke fun at you. How she used to seek your take on things, but these days decides everything solo.
Each one seems too tiny to call out, but together they reshape how you see yourself.
And get this, if you bring it up, she calls you insecure or clingy. I didn't mean a thing by it. You're overthinking.
Why so touchy?
This kind of mind game makes you question what you see, pulling you deeper into her take on things. You wonder if you're the touchy one. If it's all in your head, if you're the real issue. The sad part? Plenty of guys don't catch on until it's way too late. They pour years, sometimes decades, into quietly learning to view themselves as not good enough.
They settle for less and less kindness and warmth, thankful for any scrap that comes their way.
They lose track of feeling truly appreciated, wanted, and honored. I've chatted with fellas married 20 or 30 years.
They talk about themselves using their wives' words.
I'm no good at fixing things around the home. I mess up with cash. I lack drive. Dig a bit more, and you'll see these aren't hard facts. They're her views he's soaked up so deep, he believes they're his own ideas. Let me tell you something folks rarely mention. Gals often huddle with their buddies, picking apart their marriages like doctors studying a case. Is he really the one? Could you find better?
What about that fellow from the club?
This goes on right after she hugs you goodbye and says she loves you. She steps from your embrace to a coffee spot where a group sizes up your worth as a partner.
Your tough spots turn into gossip fodder. Your soft sides become reasons she might bail. Us guys, we don't play that game.
We don't weigh our wife's value like stock picks or chat about her chances for kids or family traits. We don't size up bonds like deals needing better payoffs.
But lots of women, shaped by social circles and gal pals, keep reevaluating nonstop.
And when the group says you're not cutting it, that shows in every look and word she gives you.
The shield against this kind of twist starts with knowing it's there.
See that how you view yourself in the marriage isn't straight truth.
It passes through her eyes.
If those eyes cloud with scorn, letdown, or tricks, your self-view gets warped too.
Watch how you feel about you when she's near versus when she's not.
If you always feel smaller around her, it's not that you shrink on the spot. It's her low regard for you seeping in without you knowing. Spot the habits. Does she lift you only when she needs a favor? Pull back love when you stand your ground? Stack you against other guys, even in small ways? Brush off your wins but blow up your slip-ups? These aren't just quirks. They're ways to steer you, on purpose or not. Understand this about women who act this way. They're not usually crafty villains.
They move from their own doubts and habits. One who tears you down might aim to tie you close by shaking your faith.
One who doles out praise sparingly might know it keeps the upper hand.
One who always seems let down might be dumping her own blues on you. But knowing why doesn't make it right.
Whether on purpose or by instinct, the hurt to your spirit runs just as deep. You can feel sorry for her tough times without letting it wreck your own mind. The fix isn't to ignore what she thinks. That's not doable in a close bond. Pick a partner who starts with respect and praise, not nitpicking or letdowns. A lady who spots your strengths even in hard spots, who trusts in you when you doubt yourself, who lifts you instead of knocking you back. That doesn't rule out her pointing out issues or pushing you. Good partnerships need straight talk. But there's a world of difference between helpful advice from caring and steady digs from scorn. One grows you, the other shrinks you down. If you're in a setup where you keep feeling small, you've got three paths. First off, speak up plain. Share how her actions hit you without blame, just real. When you say it like that, I feel brushed off. If she values you, she'll listen and shift. If she shrugs it off or flips it on you, that's your clear sign. Second, shore up your confidence on your own.
Draw strength from your job, pastimes, or pals.
So, it's tough since she's your main emotional spot, but you can build mental walls right there in the partnership. Third, and often you must, walk away. Sticking with someone who leaves you feeling like nothing is hurting yourself on purpose. You're picking daily mental bruises. No tie is worth losing your sense of worth. Fellas who do well in love get this and pick wisely. They skip just chasing looks or easy fits. They seek women who truly value them, who see their worth flaws and all, who aim to strengthen, not shatter. These guys hold firm lines too.
They won't put up with slights, even tiny ones. Spot ongoing scorn or letdowns. They tackle it quick.
They know respect is the base. Without it, the whole thing falls apart. Here's a tough fact lots of men should hear. You show folks how to handle you. Take rudeness, and more comes. Let yourself get belittled, and it worsens. Stay where you feel valueless, and you're signing off on their low view of you. The best pairings I see share this. Real mutual respect. Each thinks they lucked out with the other. It sparks a positive loop. High views boost confidence, making better partners, feeding more respect. Compare that to ones where folks settle.
There's endless judging, sizing up against others, letdowns when life isn't a dream.
It spirals down, scorn feeding scorn till everyone's blue. The sneaky control, grows in uneven setups, when one feels they're doing the other a favor. When one figures they deserve better. When it's just a stopgap till something finer shows. There, control sneaks in easy. Guys trip into this chasing beauty first, blind to character warnings or mismatches. So thrilled with a pretty face, they take crap they'd dodge from anyone else. They swap dignity for the ego boost of arm candy.
But you figure this out too late. Pairing with someone stunning who drags you down is like a life term.
Days filled with feeling less than, chasing what love should hand over free. Respect, praise, true warmth. The cure isn't turning bitter toward love, it's getting picky. Weigh how she makes you see yourself as much as how she makes you feel about her. You need to understand that how your partner sees you will shape how you see yourself. So pick someone whose viewpoint you actually want to adopt. That means you're ready to leave any connection that drags you down, no matter the pull you feel, no matter what you've put in, no matter how scary being on your own seems. Because going it alone beats sticking around with somebody who leaves you feeling empty every day. When you're by yourself, you get a shot at rebuilding your sense of worth. With the wrong one, you're getting torn apart bit by bit. I've watched guys turn their whole world around just by walking out of setups where they were always put down.
All at once, they find their drive, their self-assurance, their happiness again. They figure out they weren't down in the dumps. They were held back.
They weren't flops. They were just viewing themselves through somebody else's flawed gaze that labeled them as flops.
The same fellow who couldn't drag himself up in the morning with one lady turns into a powerhouse with another.
The same one who felt like a nobody next to her starts feeling like a winner beside someone else. The only thing different was the way he looked at himself. That's the sneaky force of this quiet control.
And that's why you have to stay sharp in guarding against it.
The worst part is how this control pretends to be caring. I'm just looking out for you. I'm pushing you to do better. I expect a lot because I love you. These could be honest words, but paired with endless letdowns, sneers, and pulling away emotionally. They're tools hidden as kindness.
True caring lifts you up.
It spots your weak spots, but zeroes in on what you're good at. It nudges you forward from a base of warmth, not nitpicking. It keeps you responsible without tallying every slip. It roots for your best without docking you for not hitting it quick enough.
When a woman really honors and treasures you, it comes through in the little things. She stands up for you behind your back.
She talks about you with real warmth, not just putting up with it. She reaches out without thinking, a touch on your shoulder, a quick peck as she walks by.
These aren't planned moves. They're just spilling over from true fondness.
When that's gone, and coolness takes over in body and heart, deep down you sense you're not cherished, even if you talk yourself out of it up top. If this hits home for your own situation, hang in there. Spotting it is your first move toward freedom. Once you catch the control tactic, it sticks with you. Once you get that your low self-view isn't the real deal, but comes from mind games, you can start grabbing back your true self. Kick off by recalling the guy you were before this all started.
What did you think of yourself?
What goals fired you up? What drives pushed you? What built your steadiness? Those parts of you aren't gone. They're just buried. You can dig them up again,
but only if you quit letting someone else's take on you rule your world.
Think about it this way. Every minute with somebody who makes you feel small is a minute swiped from a brighter tomorrow with someone who'd build you up. Every day you put up with slights is a day you could have shared with real regard. Every year in a draining bond is a year lost from one that grows you.
The worries about splitting up, facing solitude, starting fresh, those pale next to the quiet erosion of staying put with someone who shrinks you.
Being lonesome passes. Wrecking yourself in a bad match is a lifelong trap you set. Fellas who spot this subtle pull and shield themselves from it don't just end up with stronger partnerships, they live fuller lives. They accomplish bigger things because they trust their own worth.
They step into chances because they feel solid inside.
They chase what lights them because no one's always signaling by word or deed that they can't cut it. Picking your other half is among your biggest calls ever.
Not just for the home you'll make, but for the man you'll turn into around them.
Go for someone who spots your worth when you miss it. Go for someone whose go-to is praise, not judgment.
Go for someone who helps you feel more you, not less. Even if you picked the wrong path before, it's always time to pick differently.
Pick yourself first. Pick respect instead of rudeness, admiration over scorn, lifting up over tearing down. That sneaky control only sticks if you go along with it. The second you quit putting up with it, it falls apart. Keep in mind, you're not whatever she says you are.
You're not just a bunch of letdowns in her eyes.
You're not some lost dream she pities. You're not the so-so spouse she puts up with.
You're whoever you decide to be. And don't hand that decision off to anybody else, even if you care for them deeply.
The best shield against this quiet meddling is knowing yourself so well that nobody's opinion can rattle you. But till you build that up, watch who you let close to your heart. Like it or not, how they see you starts shaping how you see yourself. Pick smart. Your whole sense of who you are rides on it.